Welcome to the Perrysburg Podcast, episode 138. I'm your host, Perrysburg resident Kim Newlove. The Perrysburg Podcast is a resource for Perrysburg residents. We talk about what's in Perrysburg and why people like to live here. Our website is perrysburgpodcast.com. I'm putting on my pharmacist hat for this episode, and we're talking about poisoning prevention today. Just in case you didn't know this, I am an Ohio licensed pharmacist. I'm not in clinical practice anymore, but I do have that license. And I have provided poison prevention education as a volunteer for more than a decade. Today, what I'm going to do with my pharmacist hat on is I'm going to share some simple messages with you in honor of National Poison Prevention Week, which is March 15th through 21st, 2026. Before we get started, though, I would like to provide 3 disclaimers. Number 1, this podcast episode is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Consult a qualified healthcare professional for medical guidance specific to your situation. Number 2, this episode may not be appropriate for small children. Listener discretion is advised. And number 3, I do not work for America's Poison Centers. America's Poison Centers is a trademarked name, and it represents the 53 accredited poison control centers in the United States. That ends my 3 disclaimers. America's Poison Centers published a toolkit with messages for this year's National Poison Prevention Week. I think they are all excellent messages, and I will be sharing some of these on my social media. And I thought they were so good that I'd like to share them with you, my community. There are 7 messages, one for each day of National Poison Prevention Week. As I list them off, I will just call them messages 1 through 7. So here we go. Message number 1. When the unexpected happens, Poison Help is here for you. Call 1-800-222-1222. Poison centers are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for questions and emergencies with fast, free, confidential, and expert advice. Message number 2. Kids see gummy medicine like vitamins, melatonin, and cannabis and think, all right, candy. But gummies can be dangerous. Here's how you can help kids stay safe. Store gummies up, away, and out of sight, preferably in a locked box or cabinet. Never call gummy medicines candy. And keep gummies in their original container because it's got the label on it. Call the Poison Helpline at 1-800-222-1222 to get connected to your local poison center. Poison centers are here for you with confidential, non-judgmental, and free expert advice. Message number 3 is, how do you know if you should call Poison Help or 911? This is a good question. Do you know the answer? Call 911 when someone is having trouble breathing, is unresponsive, or is having a seizure. For all other poisoning symptoms, call the Poison Helpline to connect with an expert. The Poison Helpline is fast, free, and available 24/7, 365. You never know when you might need it. Time out. I'm sure you see a pattern at this point. The Poison Helpline number is 1-800-222-1222. In my personal opinion, it is a very important phone number, and I highly recommend that you program it into your phone today. Label it Poison Help in your contacts. Poison Help or the Poison Helpline. Again, the number is 1-800-222-1222. By the end of this episode, you will probably have it memorized because I'm going to say it again a couple of times. And if you would like to commit it to memory, I will give you a cute little story that may help you remember. Years ago, when I did poisoning prevention education as a volunteer at Fort Meigs Elementary School, the kids would write me thank you cards. Those kids are now grown-ups, of course, but this one girl named Lauren drew a picture of a train, and she had a speech bubble coming out of the train's mouth, I guess you could say, and it said toot, toot, toot. And I just thought to myself, that's what she heard. The phone number sounds like toot, 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 because it's 1-800-222-1222. It kind of sounds like a bunch of toots. toot, toot, toot. So if that helps you at all to remember the phone number, there you go. Let's move on to message number 4. Did you know that your local poison center can help you treat bites and stings? Experts at the Poison Helpline, which is 1-800-222-1222, can answer questions about bites and stings from snakes, insects, scorpions, spiders, and more. And when I say and more, they cover jellyfish too. Not that we have them in Ohio. If you have questions about a bite or sting, the Poison Helpline is always fast, free, confidential, and non judgmental. Next up is message number 5. Everyday items can be poisonous. Items like detergent pods, cleaners, mouthwash, soap, or medicines should never be left out. Always close lids and caps tightly. Keep products stored up, away, out of sight, and preferably in a locked box or cabinet. And use child-resistant containers whenever possible. But remember, nothing is 100% child-proof. If anyone swallows a product or gets it on their skin or in their eyes, call the Poison Helpline at 1-800-222-1222. It's fast and free to call. I've got 2 messages left. We're on number 6. Medicine mistakes happen. If someone takes the wrong medicine, the wrong dose, or has unexpected side effects, call Poison Help at 1-800-222-1222, even if it isn't an emergency. Poison Help is always fast, free, and confidential. Save the Poison Helpline to your phone so you have it if you need it. And I second that message. And now for the last message. This is number 7, and it looks like a quiz question. Question: should you transfer chemicals or cleaners in the home and garage to another container? No. No is the answer. Always keep products in their original containers. Store them up high, away, and out of sight, preferably in a locked box or cabinet. Do not put them in a cup or bottle, even if you label it. And never store unlabeled containers, chemicals, or cleaners with food. The original container has the label, so read it carefully and follow the directions. Call Poison Help at 1-800-222-1222 for fast, free, confidential help if you suspect a poisoning or have a question. And that's it for the 7 messages America's Poison Centers are sharing for National Poison Prevention Week 2026. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to save the Poison Helpline number in your phone. One last time, it is 1-800-222-1222. The Poison Helpline is fast, free, staffed by experts, and available 24/7, 365. You never know when you might need it. Thank you for listening to episode 138 of the Perrysburg Podcast. The show notes are on perrysburgpodcast.com. In the show notes, you will find the Poison Helpline number, a link to America's Poison Centers, and links to some of the poison prevention episodes that I've published on my other podcast, which is called the Pharmacist's Voice Podcast. On that podcast, we talk about pharmacy topics and careers. And my audience is typically pharmacy people, pharmacists, pharmacy students, pharmacy techs, professors, and so on, but you are cordially invited to listen as well. In the poison prevention episodes on the Pharmacist's Voice podcast, I get together with poison prevention educators Angel Bivens and Wendy Stephan. We tackle poison prevention topics. This year is about medications for opioid use disorder through a poison prevention lens. Last year was about poison prevention in older adults. Our 2024 episode was about poison prevention cases and resources for young adults ages 18 through 24. We covered poison myths and misconceptions in 2023, and I'll stop listing them there because there's a few other poisoning prevention topics along the way as well. I have more than 360 episodes of the Pharmacist's Voice podcast, so you can search my back catalog and see what you'd like to listen to. If you know someone who could use the poisoning prevention information that I shared today, please share this episode with them. And if you like this podcast, come on back. We've got a lot more coming up here in 2026. Subscribe to or follow the Perrysburg Podcast on your favorite podcast player and on YouTube so you never miss an episode. Thanks so much for listening today. I'll talk to you next week.